Hello, today we're gonna talk about two tenses that some English learners find rather confusing, the past simple and the past perfect. First, I suggest looking at their forms. In the past simple, we use the second form of the verb. For regular verbs, it's the ending ed. For irregular verbs, it's the second form in the table. You can find the irregular verb lists in most textbooks or online, and the second column here shows you the past simple forms. For example, the past simple of come is came. The past simple of meet is met, and so on. The past perfect form will have two parts in it. It's the auxiliary verb had and the verb in the third form. The third form of regular verbs have the ending ed at the end, or we use the third form in the regular verb list. Here it is. It's often called the past participle here. For example, the past participle of catch is caught. The past participle of sit is sat. The past participle of think is thought. Now let's look at some simple examples. In the past simple, we say I helped. In the past perfect, I had helped. We visited. We had visited. She did. She had done. The police went. The police had been. If we need to make the sentences negative or interrogative, which is make questions, we need the auxiliary verbs. For the past simple, the auxiliary verb will be did. For the past perfect, the auxiliary verb will be had. Notice that in the positive past simple sentences, we did not use this auxiliary verb did. And in the past perfect, had was part of the positive sentences. Let's see how it works with the same examples. The positive sentences in the past simple are I helped, she did. The negative ones are I didn't help, she didn't do. The questions are did you help, did she do? And the short answers to the first question. Did you help? Yes, I did. Or no, I didn't. Notice that when we use did or didn't, the main verb in the sentence takes its first form. We don't need the second form anymore. Now let's look at the examples in the past perfect. The positive sentences are I had helped, she had done. The negatives will be formed with the help of the negative auxiliary verb had. I hadn't helped. She hadn't done. Here are the questions. Had you helped? Had she done? And the short answers to the first question. Had you helped? Yes, I had. No, I hadn't. Now let's look at the rules that will tell you when we use the past simple and when we use the past perfect. Let's start with the past simple. So the first situation when you need to use it is when you talk about a single completed action in the past. For example, Amy found a wallet yesterday. You also use it when you're talking about repeated actions in the past. My grandma gave me lots of presents when I was little. The next situation when you need the past simple is a permanent state or a situation in the past. For example, we lived in a small house. And finally, when we talk about general truths about the past, we also use the past simple. In the past, people didn't travel very often. All in all, the past simple is not a difficult tense to understand. It's either a single action or a repeated action in the past, and it can also be a state, a situation, or a general truth about the past. Now let's look at the rules for the past perfect. The first rule says that we need to use it when we're talking about completed actions before a moment in the past. Here is an example. When Sarah finally came, I had already finished half the work. Another use of the past perfect is an action that happened before the main events in the past. Let's take a look at this example. When Jack met Sue, he didn't know she had been at university with his wife. Past perfect can really be a bit confusing, so I suggest we look at some more examples now. Look at this situation. He turned on the computer, clicked on the browser, and then remembered that he hadn't paid for the internet that month. You can see the three verbs here, turned, clicked, and remembered, are in the past simple, and one verb form, hadn't paid, is in the past perfect. I suggest having a look at the timeline. This is a line that will symbolize the time in the past. And this short action here will be turned. The next action that this man did is clicked. And after that, remembered. All the three actions happened one after another. First he turned, next he clicked, then he remembered. But the last action, hadn't paid for the internet, had happened here, before all these three main actions. So we use in the past perfect to indicate that. Let's take a look at one more example. Here is a man who decided to visit his friends. Read this short text, stop the video, and try to use the verbs either in the past simple tense or in the past perfect tense. Well, let's see which answers are correct here. When I came to visit my friends, I didn't find them at home. They had gone on holiday, so I went to see my brother instead. Again, we see three past simple actions colored orange and one past perfect verb form colored blue. And let's look at the timeline to see how these actions happened. The first one on the timeline was came. After that, this man didn't find his friends at home. He didn't find them at home because before that they had gone on holiday. But after he didn't find them, the next action was he went to see his brother instead. That's why we use the past simple and the past perfect here like this. And now I will show you two examples of almost the same sentence. But as you can see, in the first sentence we are using two past simple forms. And in the second sentence, the first form is in the past simple and the second is in the past perfect. In the first situation, Bill bought a nice present for his girlfriend, but she cheated on him. What we want to say is that Bill bought a present in the past, and after that, his girlfriend cheated on him. It happened after he had bought a present. In the second situation, it's different. Let's read. Bill bought a nice present for his girlfriend, but she had cheated on him. What we want to say here is that sometime in the past, Bill bought a present for his girlfriend, but before he did so, she had cheated on him. He obviously didn't know about that and bought her a present. These two examples show you how the choice of the tense can change the meaning of what you're saying. And finally, there is one more rule you need to know about the past perfect. You might also find the information in textbooks that the past perfect is used with the words after and before. Here we need to say that both after and before already show us which action happened first and which action happened next. So with these words, it's okay to use the past perfect, but it's also alright if you use the past simple. Look at this example. After we had bought our own house, we stopped having rows with my parents. You can also say, after we bought our own house. That's not a mistake. After indicates what happened first. Also, sometimes we have a situation when we're talking about something that happened in the past. For example, we bought our own house last month. It's a single action in the past and we're using the past simple. And then we want to say what had happened before that. And here we need the past perfect. For example, we'd lived with my parents for ages. By using this sentence, we have shown that we've moved back in the past in our story to the time before this purchase of the house. And we can continue it using either the past simple or the past perfect. Both will be right. So look what you can say next. We'd lived with my parents for ages, but it was awful and we had rows all the time. Or, we'd lived with my parents for ages, but it had been awful and we had rows all the time. Now let's see if you can complete these sentences. I suggest you stop the video, open the brackets and use either the past simple or the past perfect. Well, let's take a look at the correct answers. I hope that your answers were right. If you made a mistake and you don't understand why this answer is correct, you can ask in the comments. I hope the video was useful to you. Please like it and subscribe to the channel. And I'm saying goodbye to you. Enjoy your day and good luck with learning English.